So Daisy, what did you think of the first game we played?
Hello everybody. We're going to be talking about the best System Link games for the original Xbox. Back in 2001, you could connect, up to 4 different consoles and play with 4 controllers. And on some games, you can play with 16 different players. Sarah's been here, Patrick's been here when I've thrown some really big System Link parties.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you're playing a game and there's 16 players and it's just absolute carnage and madness. Why don't we do this? We're going to take turns talking about games that we're pretty excited about.
So it's Top Spin, and it's actually pretty accurate for a tennis game. I used to play tennis, so I really enjoy this game.
She absolutely dominates at this game. It's disgusting
That's why I like it.
how good she is at this game. And this is a System Link game, so you can play doubles and have 2 players on one screen and 2 players on another screen. And it's really surprisingly fun.
I like racing games, so Forza is one of those I've harder to control in a sense. You would think it'd be like, oh, it's slow, I can take these corners really well, but man, it's unforgiving if you take the corner bad.
Yeah, so this is a simulation, so this is not forgiving. This is
Yeah.
not like Mario Kart. This is like, if you're going too fast on this turn, get ready to have some bad times. Get ready to feel some punishment.
Yeah. But once you move up car class, for some reason it handles a lot better, like on some crazy turns. You'd think you'd like, oh, I'm going way too fast, but responsive with the faster cars.
One game that really took me by surprise, an Xbox System Link game that's really good, Crash Tag Team Racing. I didn't even know that this supported System Link, but it's like Mario Kart on steroids. It is so nuts. So if you're in one cart, somebody else can clash with you and get on your cart and be like a turret and have like an auto gun. And each character has different guns, and it's Crash.
It's trippy because you'll be getting all into it and be like, I'm doing good, and all of a sudden someone just hops in your car and you'll realize, you're like, what's happening right now, what's happening? And then you're just driving and then you're like, wait, somebody it's like, oh, they're on my team, like, all right, cool, great. And then you're like, so it's all like, all of a sudden you're doing fine and it's like a bunch of stuff happens. You're like, whoa, what's happening right now? And then they either bail on you because you're you got hit, and then you're like, wait, what's happening? And then all of a sudden you're trying to catch it. Oh, it's pretty crazy.
It's madness.
You can be doing just kind of hop cars.
It's not unfair.
Join one car, get out, and then get a little ahead, and then jump on the other person's car. So you kind of can hop cars if you do it the right way.
What's really disgusting to do is if you're on the last lap and you're a gunner on somebody else's cart and it's right before the finish line, you can jump off the cart, sneak into first, and they're in second place. There's some betrayal that can happen with this game. A lot of people remember the original Xbox, and they remember it for a certain game that we'll get to later, but a third-person or first-person shooter that is really good is Star Wars Battlefront. This game, you get to play on Hoth, you get to play on Naboo, and you can be the dark side, you can be the light side, but this is actually one of her favorite games, so I'm going to let her talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so I think this one is actually really good for people that are not as good at first-person shooters, because it takes a lot of the attention off of just you, because it's like a war environment. So you're basically shooting at everybody, which means also there's not a bunch of people shooting just at you.
Yeah.
And it also is a lot easier to aim. It kind of targets a little bit for you.
It's called Crimson Skies. So this was one of those older ones back in the Xbox eras when it was an actual full-on flight. I wouldn't say a simulation, but just like a dogfight game. Yeah, arcade game and everything like that, but with actual joysticks and everything. So what I played with it is actually pretty good. I learned that inverted is your friend and non-inverted is not your friend.
For flight?
For flight
stuff, inverted is kind of nice.
But otherwise, the controls on it are actually really good. Because it's smooth. The way when you turn your plane, it turns that way too, and everything like that. And
we played a certain type of game. What kind of game did we play with this one? We didn't just do dogfights.
Yeah, we played. What was that?
Keep Away.
Yeah, basically
Keep
a
away.
keep away. Yeah, so you can be either on a team and you grab this device or thing, and then you just
It's a
fly
coin.
around. Yeah, what is it? It's a coin.
Yeah, it's a coin.
Like a penny or something, right?
Yeah.
You just fly around with a penny, and then while
Yeah.
everybody else tries to shoot you, so it's like the longer you keep away from your teammates, the more points you accrue, and then they can shoot you, take it, and then the same thing happens.
The best System Link game, and we saved the best for last, has got to be Halo.
Hello.
Halo! This game is so disgustingly good. I cannot believe how much these games paved the way for like Call of Duty and every modern shooter out there. 4 original Xbox consoles with 4 controllers and have 16 players play.
You guys remember when you first linked, Halo games together? It was like the most absolutely insane thing to do back then, Get your friends over, connect your Xboxes. And I think when everybody kind of figured that out, they're like, what? You can play this with other people? That's so cool,
I mean, this game, the single player is really good,
Yeah.
but the multiplayer really put this game on the map and really solidified the
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
as a home console.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I remember that.
What did you guys think the first time you came to a System Link party and you saw just all those consoles linked up, all those controllers, and the madness that ensued? What did you guys think?
It's pretty madness to think. I mean, because everybody loved the campaign, but to put that in a multiplayer aspect and you're playing different Master Chiefs, it was absolutely insane, man. Like, I remember when you get especially when you have rockets only. and it's
Ooh, rockets!
It's so much carnage. It's so much carnage. But it's
Especially when you have
carnage.
16
Yeah.
players,
Yeah.
it is like,
Chaotic.
it's a war zone. It's just war zone. What did you think the first time you saw all these systems hooked up, Sarah?
It was a little chaotic to figure out who you were shooting at,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
Yeah. We've had tons of System Link parties, and this game is just the old go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we play Star Wars Battlefront, and sometimes we play, I think, tennis on our own and Crash Tag Team Racing.
Yeah.
But this is usually the game that we're playing. This and Crimson Skies.
It's like, who's shooting me, guys? Stop shooting me. It wasn't me, man.
The pistol is OP. That's all we're saying.
Oh yeah, I
The pistol.
remember the pistol was like the most OP gun in the game.
So, all in all, I mean, the Xbox just had some great games on its own and a great controller, but you were able to link up these consoles and have these little LAN parties, even if you didn't have an internet connection. You needed a modem to hook it up, but even if you didn't have an internet connection, you could bring over your Xbox to a friend's house
Dial-up.
and you could just go crazy and have some serious fun. So yeah, I just had to make this original Xbox System Link video to show you guys there's more games than just Halo, although Halo is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The go-to, basically.
Yeah, thanks for checking this video out, guys. If you like System Link games, go ahead and tell me your favorite one in the comment section. And then if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask me. Thank you. Bye.
Peace. Peace.